Hello students, my name is Deepika and I am working as an assistant professor in Computer Science and Engineering Department of Chandigarh Polytechnic College, Khargone. So today uh, we will discuss the basics of Internet of Things. What is Internet of Things? What are the components required for Internet of Things? In this first lecture of IoT, Internet of Things, we will cover the basic concepts of Internet of Things. That are the basics related to the Internet of Things. That is why Internet of Things is required. What are the practical applications where Internet of Things used nowadays? Because it is a booming technology, as we all see everything, most of most of the things we are doing nowadays, it is related to Internet of Things. Suppose, take an example, like in the morning we wake up and our coffee machine automatically start preparing coffee by connecting it to the alarm. When a person wake up in the morning, then coffee machines automatically start and get ready coffee for that person. So this is what, this is IoT. So IoT plays a very important role in our lives, and it is a booming technology, and the future of IoT is very uh, good, because we see IoT with the other technologies. We combine IoT with other technologies like cloud computing, big data, artificial intelligence. So it plays a very vital role in every human's life. It makes human life very easy, and it saves lot of time of humans. So we discuss about the introduction of IoT in this lecture. So what is IoT? What is IoT? IoT stands for Internet of Things. Here two words are there in this full form, that is Internet and Things. Internet, as you all know, nowadays millions and trillions of devices are connected to the Internet. Every gadgets, devices, sensors, actuators and gateways, these are connected to the Internet with the help of Wi-Fi, with the help of Bluetooth, with the help of Zigbee, and many other internet technologies are there, and with the help of the protocols also, which we will discuss in Unit 3 of the curriculum of introduction of the curriculum of Internet of Things. So it first include the word Internet, which stands for Internet, network connectivity between the devices, things that are connected to each other. So what it mean? It means a network of internet connected objects able to collect and exchange data. What that things are doing, that things collect data by connecting with the internet. It send the data and to the user. It send the information to the user. First of all, it converts the data into useful information, and output will go to the user at the user interface or the application layer, which is the part of the net in IoT architecture. So Internet of Things, what it mean? Various gadgets, various sensors, various devices, various machines, various individuals that are connected with the help of the internet, and they collect data and they exchange data. Devices are able to exchange data and send it to internet, send it via internet before exchanging the data. So this is called Internet of Things, IoT. So now come on the history of IoT. What is the historical background of IoT? When it was first originated, who originated? Because this concept is not that much new. It started in 1982s or it started in 1990s. How it started and who invented? So Internet of Things was invented in 1999 by Kevin Ashton. Kevin Ashton was the inventor of Internet of Things, IoT. And this concept is started in 1999, but it becomes a booming technology. It becomes a booming technology since 2010, and from 2010 to now there are millions and trillions of devices that are connected to each other. It makes a lot of devices that comes under the category of Internet of Things. So Internet of Things is developed by Kevin Ashton in 1999. So what are the major components of IoT? When we prepare any IoT infrastructure, what are the major components we require for the IoT? Uh, when we it comes into mind that the various uh, basic components required for IoT infrastructure is first is, see, what is the name here? Internet of Things. The first component is thing or device that must be connected to the internet. So second thing is internet. Internet is the connectivity between the devices, how the data is transferred from one device to another device. So it is first major component of IoT is things or devices that are connected to each other with the help of the network. What that devices are doing, that devices connect to each other and they collect data. For example, we take an example of sensor. Sensors are the devices. For example, temperature sensor, moisture sensor, gyroscope sensor, and many other sensors are also available, and many other devices are also available that connect with the internet, and that provides a vital role in the IoT infrastructure, Internet of Things infrastructure. So things are the various things or devices like sensors that are connected with the internet and they collect a lot of data. That thing will be a sensor. For example, temperature sensor collects the temperature of the environment. When it connects, it collects the temperature. Second is gateway. See, cloud is one of the component of IoT infrastructure, but directly sending data from thing to cloud is not a good approach. So we connect gateway in between. What does gateway do? Gateway collect data from the things. Directly data from things cannot be transferred to the cloud. Gateway collects the data from the things, and then gateway do a lot of tasks on this data before sending it to the cloud. Gateway directly doesn't send it to the cloud. Gateway first do the pre-processing of data, filtering of data. So all these tasks are done with the help of the gateway. Gateway provides a lot of functionality in this IoT infrastructure, because one major challenge of IoT is security, which we will discuss in the challenges of IoT. So gateway is a secure line between the outer network and the inner things or data. We have to secure our data because many devices are connected on the internet and they collect a lot of data, but that connectivity must be in a secure manner. So this can be the very first step for attaining the security is the gateway. So gateway provide a line of security in between the outer network and the inner network, that is various things that are connected to the internet. So gateway do the pre-processing of data, whatever it is collected from the things. All the data cannot be sent directly to the cloud because it is a lot of data. It is a data in a large amount. So firstly the data gets pre-processed on gateway. It gets filtered on gateway, and only the essential data gets sent to the cloud. So this is the working of the gateway, and here for pre-processing and for filtering various big analytics techniques. Big analytic is a new concept that is introduced with the IoT for the filtering and pre-processing of data. So big analytics algorithms and techniques can be applied on the data for pre-processing and filtering of data, and then that data after filtering, only relevant data sent to the cloud. So cloud stores a large amount of data. Cloud is the another component, major component of Internet of Things. So cloud stores a large amount of data, and on clouds, various analytics techniques can be applied, and then that by with the help of that technique, output for the user becomes ready. That output will be sent to the user on the user interface. So these are the four major components of IoT, Internet of Things. First is thing or device, that can be sensor, that can be actuators, sensors that perform that collect a lot of data, actuators that perform action on their data. They all are the things. And then gateway provide a line of security. Gateway do the pre-processing of data. Gateway do the process filtering of data. And then is cloud stores a lot of data. So in between the gateway and, see, in between the thing and gateway, the connectivity is a short range connectivity, because things are local to the gateway. That connectivity will be done with the help of the Bluetooth. That connectivity will be done with the help of the Zigbee, and many other short range connectivity approaches are there to connect between the to connect to the thing to the gateway. So gateway is also attached in this IoT infrastructure because things are of low power battery and they are not able to connect directly to the cloud. So that's why gateway plays a very important role in saving a battery, or it can be connected to the device or things with the help of a short range network. Another is gateway to the cloud connectivity is done with the help of the ethernet, or with the help of the LAN local area network, or some other network like Wi-Fi. We can use also Wi-Fi. Then broadband connections are also available for the connectivity between the gateway and the cloud. So these are the some connecting media which connects it to the network. And then other component is user interface. User interface provides a very important role, because at last whatever happens in the IoT, whatever will be there in the IoT, it goes to the user, the output goes to the user. So these are all the requirements of IoT, or we can say these are the functions of the components of the IoT. So take an example of IoT. Suppose you want that when you come back from office to your home, then temperature of your room gets set to 17 degrees Celsius or 20, whatever you want, and a pleasant music gets on after entering in your house. So we can do this with the help of the Internet of Things. IoT infrastructure can be made on all these things. What happen when you start driving from your office? A GPS tracker is there. With the help of the internet connectivity, it tracks your GPS, and when you reach your home, then automatically when you are some kilometers far away from your home, then your AC automatically starts and it gets it sets your room temperature whatever you want, and music automatically on. So this is IoT. It is called as smart homes. So IoT plays a very vital role, and it has many applications nowadays. So wearables are there. Wearables are connected to our mobile phones. We connect it with the phones. We track. We take photographs. We click. We use camera. We use gallery. All the other components. This is all done with the help of the Internet of Things. So these are the major components of IoT. Why IoT? What are the advantages of IoT? We always said that IoT plays a very important role, but why IoT is necessary? What are the advantages of IoT? Why there is a need of IoT? First of all, very first point is dynamic control of industry and daily life. It actually lessens the human work. Now, human manual work, it gets very less. Dynamic control over their own on the daily life, or the life of humans, everything gets controlled by the internet. Second, lot of data can be collected with the help of the various devices, because we see by 2020 millions and trillions of devices are connected to each other. Millions and trillions of devices. Earlier when it started, only some devices are connected to each other, but now a lot of devices are connected to each other. Third is communication, machine to machine communication, which this concept we will cover in unit 2, machine to machine communication, and what are the life cycle of a machine to machine communication, and what are the IoT life cycle, how the various steps goes in machine to machine and IoT. So communication, one machine can communicate with the other machine, because things are machine. Here things are devices are machines. We can say it machine, and these machines are connected to each other with the help of that network, internet. So they are able to communicate with each other. So this is the other advantage of IoT. Third advantage is better quality of life. It provides a good quality of life. It gives a good quality of life, because what happens in this, it less by this human works get less and less, human efforts, it minimize the human efforts. Everything becomes automatically everything. For example, when you forget to switch off the lights and fans of your room, and yeah, when you uh, when you go out of your home, so automatically fans and lights gets off. So this is what this minimize the human efforts. You forget it, but still it gets off. This is a very good approach. IoT is a very good approach. It provides a better quality of life. It minimizes the human efforts. And next is universal internet working. Every devices are connected to the internet, so it is a universal internet working approach is followed in this. So this is the another advantage of IoT, because see, IoT nowadays used in many used in everything, because one term is there, IoE stands for internet of everything. Nowadays everything is related to internet, everything is connected to internet. So we say it minimize the human efforts, it minimize the human efforts, because many devices are interacting and communicate with each other and do a lot of tasks, so they minimize the human efforts. It save time, because it reduces the human efforts, then it definitely saves out time. Time is the primary factor which can be saved through IoT platform. Everyone wants to save time, so time is the main factor which can be saved with the help of the IoT. Then it improves security. Basically security is one important part of IoT. It becomes a important challenge for IoT also. Now if we have a system that all these things are interconnected, then we can make the system more secure and efficient. So it improves security also. So these are the some advantages of IoT, why IoT is used, why we require IoT. But apart from these advantage, some drawbacks are there for IoT. What are these drawbacks? Because everything has some pros and cons also. So some disadvantage of IoT are, first is security, because many devices are interconnected and communicate with the network. The system offer little control despite any security measures. So it must, there are many kinds of network attacks, many hackers are there, many attackers are there. So we must take care of security while using any IoT infrastructure. Security is advantage of the IoT, as well as it is the drawback for IoT. So we must take care of security. Next is privacy. Without the active participation on the user, the IoT system provides personal data in maximum details, even when the participation of the user is not active at that time. But IoT infrastructure provides a lot of personal data in maximum details. We are able to extract the personal data from the IoT device. So it is become a drawback. It becomes a drawback for the IoT, that is privacy. Privacy gets a very important part of our life. Everything nowadays we can do it on the internet. Everything becomes online. We can enter credentials, our credentials on the internet. So we must take care of privacy and security. Next is complexity. Complexity is the other drawback of the IoT. Designing, developing, and maintaining the large technology to IoT system is quite complicated. So it is the complicated task to design the system, to develop the system, that large technology, that large system. It becomes very difficult task. So it is another drawback of IoT. So these are the some advantage and drawbacks of Internet of Things which we discussed. Its advantage are there are many advantages of IoT, but some disadvantages are also there, because everything has pros and cons also. So advantages, I am again repeating, efficient resource utilization is there. Efficient resource utilization is there. Minimize the human efforts. It minimize the human efforts a lot. Save time, because time is the primary factor which we will deal nowadays, because nowadays humans are not enough time to do everything manually. So they do everything online. Then enhanced data collection is increasing day by day, because nowadays lot of devices are connected to each other. So data collection is also increasing day by day. And then it improves security a lot. Nowadays security can be improved with the help of the IoT. But there are various drawbacks, and security is one of the major drawback of IoT, because lot of security attacks, network attacks, attackers are there on the internet. Denial of service attack is there, phishing attack is there, virus, worms, Trojan horse. many types of attacks are there, so we must aware of these types of attacks, and we must take care about these drawbacks of the IoTs. And second is privacy. Privacy is the another IoT drawback, and third one is complexity. So these are some advantage and drawbacks of IoTs. Next is, what are the various challenge of IoT? So here we discuss the various challenges of IoTs. There are various challenge of IoT because, as we said, security is the main concern. So this is a first very important challenge of IoT: security. Security, because everyone want to seek security, and there are a lot of devices that are connected to each other, and security becomes a main challenge for IoT devices, because our private data is on the internet, so we must take care of the security. So very first challenge is, that is security. So these are the some challenges that are mentioned in this slide. Meeting customer expectations. First point is meeting customer expectations. Then easing security. Then keeping IoT hardware updated, overcoming connectivity issue, and waiting for government regulations. So these are the some IoT challenges which we will discuss in the next lecture. So I hope today's lecture is clear to all of you. We have discussed the basics of IoT, basics of Internet of Things, and we have discussed the IoT introduction, and we have discussed the various elements of IoT, that is components of IoT, and then we discussed the various advantage why we need IoT, and then at last we discuss the drawbacks of IoT. So in our next lecture we will discuss about challenges of IoT. Various challenge are there, as we see the various challenge, that is meeting customer expectations, easing security concerns, keeping IoT hardware updated, overcoming connectivity issue, waiting for government regulations. And we will discuss in detail these challenges, and then we discuss about the vision of IoT. What is the vision of IoT? Where we want to see the IoT? So we discuss the vision of IoT, and at last, what we will discuss about the applications of IoT. What are the various fields where the applications of where we use the IoT? So these are the various fields where we use the IoT nowadays. So, and last is future of IoT. What are the various internet technologies, future internet technologies, which we connect with the IoT, which we combine with the IoT? Like we discussed, we combine IoT with cloud computing, we combine IoT with big data analytics, we combine IoT with other big analytics, and various other technologies are there, which we combine with IoT to the other technologies, and that becomes the future internet technologies, and we will cover this topic also in our next video. So I hope all the topics are clear to all of you. So take care, and we will start other topics in the next lecture.